Hello everyone, how are we doing today? It's a gloomy day, but a perfect day for crafting. So I hope you're excited, a hot cuppa, or just to follow me along or craft along with me. That would be amazing. We're going to do a really great project today, and it's really quite straightforward. So I hope that you're going to enjoy it. Right, I've got this piece of paper here to show you what I'm doing. What you want to do is grab 5 sheets of single-sided printed paper in any theme, whether you're doing a Christmas journal or not a Christmas journal. This works for any theme and it's going to look fantastic. Right, I'm going to show you here. These are the 5 I've chosen. I've got this one here. I've got the checked one, the goldy one, the red one, and this one. Okay. I'll talk you through what I'm going to do, but I just wanted to show you with one piece of paper, not to hold things up. You need to do this with all 5 sheets. Okay, so you want your bone folder. I'm using my mat because you don't really need to measure, but I'm going to use this as a guide. Right, so from the left hand side, what I'm doing is measuring 2.5 inches, and I'm going to fold this over. Now my paper is printed on both sides. I couldn't find a single sheet of this here, but guys, you only need a single sheet. You want the right side of the paper on the outside and the side facing you, the white side or unprinted side, or side you're not going to use. All right, so I'm using A4, but US letter is perfectly fine. Makes no difference. Okay, so just run that all the way down, and then what I want you to do is we're going to fold this over and just meet it. What is that? It's like 1/4 inch on over there, so like that. Yeah, well, I didn't quite get this one 100% straight, so do make sure you get it straight. Okay. And then I'm going to just turn it so I can see better. So 1/8 to 1/4 inch, whatever you would prefer, as long as it's the same for all of them. Okay, you're going to do that. So okay, so it's just lapping there. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue and you're going to run a bead of glue all the way on the underside of where these two flaps are lapping each other, so that you can make a tube. All right, so that's what you're going to do there, like that, and just run that so it's open on both sides, which is what we want, and you've got a tube. Now I want you to do that with 4 additional sheets of paper, and as I said, those are the ones I've chosen. Okay, once you've got all of those, and the way to do the next one is fold the 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches is really 6.5-ish centimeters. That's not crucial, just as long as you do the same on all of them. Okay, that's your seam, and it's going to be on the underside anyway. All right, so we've got these, and make sure they are all the same width. That's important. All right, and what I want you to do then is gather those 5, and I'll take these off here. We're going to now shingle them. All right, so we're going to make sure that the measurement between each one is exactly the same. So I've gone with this scrap of paper and I've made a mark there. It's just under 3/4 inch. So 3/4 inch is about, what is that? It's about 1.6 centimeters, I think. No, 1.8 centimeters. Okay, so that's really it. And this is all I've done. I've taken the base one, I've placed this along the edge there, and I've moved this one to where that mark is. Now I will say that you want the right side facing you for all of them. Okay, so if the seams must be underneath for all of these. Okay, so you're just going to line that up there like that, that edge with that marking. Right, then straighten it out. Then you're going to take the next one, Move that along and get that to the same position. Move your little marker along. I find this easier using a little spacer, like that, and then the last one like that. Okay, so there you've got something that's pretty even. Now hold them tight, tap them so that they're all sort of lined up properly, and I am going to put a clip on each side just so that I know that they're not going to move. All right, now you'll have that on that side and you'll have the same thing on the other side. Okay, so what we want to do now is you want to measure. Now yours might be slightly different to mine if you're using a US letter size, but what I'm doing is with my A4 I'm measuring. Let's go on this side where the start at 0. You want to find the middle mark between that side and there. So this is 14.2 and I'm going to go with 7 inches. All right, 7. Just want to find the halfway mark there. So halfway between this size and this size here. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to move it slightly over. You don't need to be precise, but it would be good to get it sort of in the middle. So this is just where I need to cut. So I want to just move that over. And then what I'm going to do is take my ruler like that. And you can draw a line and cut them with your scissors if that's better. But I'm going to cut right through all of these. All right, so have I done all of them? I feel like there's still one there. Okay, right, so you've got these here. We're going to flip those over, and we've got these here, so they should be about the same length. Yeah, okay, these are all facing the correct direction, so I want to just put a clip on the other side now just to keep it together. And then these, I just want to flip these over, so we'll go like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay, so clips and keep them together. So you pretty much have got them all like that. If you had to go like this on the bottom, that would also line them up. Okay, like that, so they're all lined up there like this. Okay, and the same with this, they should all be lined up as well. Yeah, and they are. All right, so you've got your two sort of faux waterfall kind of things here now, and what I want to use these for are for photographs for about Christmas, whether they're current Christmas memories that are still to come or past Christmas memories. I've got some beautiful pictures of my children and Christmas memories with family from years gone by, which I think are going to look fantastic. All right, now there are two ways that you can actually join these together. The very easy way, and that's the way I'm going to do it, is the first one is just stitch across the top there and join them all. Okay, that's the first. Secondly, you can just put a bead of glue on each one of these and glue them together. That's the other way. All right, so oops, that just broke. I'm going to just put these together again. I need another one now. I'll just have to use this. All right, I'm going to go like a 1/4 inch away and just sew across all of those, and then we will come back and I'll show you the very next step. Okay, so I have done it. Put it on the longest stitch that you can make and go slowly because it's a lot of layers of paper. All right, so now we effectively can fold those up, all right, like that. And you've got all these nice pockets All right, you don't need to do that, but they do work well like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish these off. So I've cut a piece of paper. This is 2.5 inches wide and then slightly longer than this bit here. All right, so I want to just cover up that stitched edge. So there we go. I do like this green stripe paper, I must say. So I'm just going to put some glue. I'm using the Fabri-Tac because it comes out nice and quick. Right, so we're going to do that. Yeah, let's start with the front. Okay, so I want to just get that like that. Yeah, and then get it over the back. All right, just to cover that stitch bit. It's not going to affect your lifting up any of these bits here. All right, so that's there, and then we're going to do the same on the other one. Right, so exactly the same. We'll start on the front and just check where we are, get it a bit further down. Okay, and then we can get the back covered. This would make a lovely standalone gift for family photos from Christmases past, I think. Especially grandparents and that. They love family photos and memories and things, and you could put all sorts of things on here, and on the back you could add a piece of tea stain paper or a notepad where you want to write some notes about the photographs, etc. All right, so I want to do some decorations here, so I'm going to put some lace on the front there and there like that. Let's go green there, red there, or something like that. Okay, and then I've got some bits and pieces. So I've taken these two ephemera bits that are in my kit and I've stuck on some fabric behind them. All right, so I've got a green and a red. We're going to do it that way, I think. Yeah, and then I've got this stamped bit that I fussy cut out. I think I'm going to, well, there's too much green there, so I'm going to put this on this one, I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter that it pops over the edge, I don't mind that. We're going to go something like that, and then on this one I've got this lovely pine cone one, and I'm going to stick that sort of underneath. We might be able to, yeah, let's have it over. So that's going to look lovely. Yeah, move it up a little bit. So, and then I've got two bits to go on afterwards. So I'm going to again start by putting on this bit here, and I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac because this is fabric, but use whatever you're used to using. Okay, I'm going to focus more on the middle here where the stitching is. How's your week been? Are you busy? Things are definitely hotting up for Christmas, that's for sure. Let's go, I want this sort of centralized, so we'll go there. Yeah, and will that be fine then? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I am starting to think about Christmas, the day, and I love the festivities of the day and everything. And like, as I've said, lots of planning, and as you guys know, planning is very much part of Christmas. So yeah, all of that's starting for me. Can't complain, can we? Right, while I'm at it, I'm going to put on some lace here. All these little bits finish it off. Okay, so let's get that on over there like that as well. All right, and then we'll do the same on this one. All right, so I'm just going to trim the bits off here and here. My dogs are eating their chicken chewies just to keep them quiet. Right, so there we go. Nothing like a bit of bribery and corruption with your pets and children. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, I've got 2 holly bits that are from our fussy cuts, and I wanted to just put them on. I might just put this one on the bottom here. No, there. So let's get those stuck on. I like the finishing touches, and I like decorating everything. Alright, so we've got that one there. Right, and then this one as well. Okay, so it's coming along nicely. Now I've got 2 sentiments that I had in my ephemera kit for Rustic Christmas. So I thought I would just add some of these on here. So I thought, well, let's see. Should we have that one there? And then we'll have the red one there. Yeah? Maybe just don't get it upside down, Angela. Right, there we go. Warm wishes for a wonderful Christmas. Definitely. And then peace, love, and happiness this Christmas. Definitely. All the wishes I wish for all of us. There we go. Right, it's coming along. I might put something at the top there. Right, what I'm going to do now is, let me see if I can just find a little bit to put on the top there. Okay, so I've decided I'm not going to stick something on there right now. But when it comes to when I'm going to put these in for the Advent days, I'm going to stick whichever one it is on the top here. Yeah, so I'm not sure yet when it is, but it's usually what I do towards the end, and that's what we'll have. All right, so now all that we want to do is to put in our little photo mats. Okay, so I have worked out with my card. I've measured here, you can see, just slightly smaller, like 1/8 of an inch narrower than the pocket width. And then I've just measured it slightly shorter than the length of each pocket. And I did that by sliding it in and measuring where it needed to go. All right, so we have got this here where you can put a photograph and write the details on the back, and then I've just stuck on a tab and stitched around it. You don't have to stitch around it, of course. So that's going to go in over there. All right, and then we've got this one, the green, that's going to go in over there. Then I've got the bauble one. Doesn't this look so colorful? I love it. And that's going to go in over here. My hands are very full of glue. And then this lovely one, that'll go in here. I don't know why that is, but I'm going to just trim a bit off the top here. Right, that's better. I don't want to struggle with it. Right, and then this one, hopefully this one's not too long. It shouldn't be. It might be. It might be because I forgot about the stitching bit, so I'm just going to take a bit off. All right, so let me go and do the same for this one quick. Okay, so we've got both of those done now, and they look really nice. I like how they've turned out. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I've got one over here. So I've gone to the signature here, and we've gone towards the back, and this white or lacy page here, I'm going to stick this over here. All right, so that's perfect for that, and then we can go and keep our photos in there, which I think is going to look so lovely. And then the same with the other, also the signature. we've gone towards the back. We've got this stripe page and this lace page here, and I'm going to stick this one just over here like that. Yeah, perfect. I was going to put ribbons on, but I thought it would add even more bulk, and I didn't want to do that. And when it's in here, it'll lie flat. Right, and as I say, the top there, when I get to where I need to be, then I will put on whichever number is relevant to this. So for example, that or the other. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Nice easy one for you to try, and as I say, this will look great in any journal and would make a lovely gift for friends and family as well. You can even use this as a form of a card, and you don't have to do 5 if you're wanting to do less. That would also work. All right, guys, go and have a lovely weekend. I will see you again soon on Tuesday. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.